Welcome back to Final Fantasy X. We are going through the road to Purification. We went through Yuna's route, and now we are stuck with these three. Let's go ahead and grab this chest here. This chest is not technically a chest, it's actually a place to purchase a variety of things. Yeah, I don't know why they put this here. I'm gonna grab some echo screens because I don't have any. I noticed that earlier. I was like, oh, I can't hear silence. I have to use remedies. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. Now, there are some battles in here. I don't know if we'll actually face any of them. If I don't get stuck on the corner. Well, that looks bad. So a couple of things here. First of all the enemies here should be weak to electricity. So if you've got magic, that's actually great. Otherwise, actually, I should have switched. Yeah, so you may notice that Tidus isn't doing any damage. It's because I forgot to do something before we moved on. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and use Mug on this guy. So Tidus isn't going to be doing anything here. Let's go ahead and just cheer everybody then. Yeah, so the Brotherhood has a water strike on it, and actually I don't want that right now, so we need to get rid of that. And also, Riku doesn't do like a ton of damage here, so that's gonna be fun. We should be fine though. Let me just go ahead and use Waka to get rid of this guy. You can't do anything. Just cheer again. I think that's 3. Ooh, that is not a lot of damage. Let's see if we can't. Do we have? Nice miss. You're not gonna be of use here at all. Let's see, do we have any items? No, we really don't have any items that we can use. Let's go ahead and use haste on Riku and Waka then to get this battle done and over with. That's my bad. I should have changed that out before we got in here. We do have a variety of different items that we can use. Let's go ahead and use let's go ahead and use a lightning marble on this guy. That'll help move this along a little faster. We're almost there. You're not gonna be doing anything for right now. Okay, so let me switch out some stuff for Tidus, which I actually wanted to do before going into this battle before moving on with this area, and I just forgot. I want to go into customized, and I actually want to choose an item, specifically a weapon. Actually, do we have? Let me double check before we even do anything. I don't think we have much. Yeah, so we've got the variable steel, which I think is what I want to use. You can also just switch over to the double edge, but I'm gonna move over to the variable steel to get rid of that water strike damage, which should help. Now there is a save point over here, so I'm gonna slowly shuffle over to it. And you can save here. I'm not terribly worried about that. I just want to heal up. Alright, couple newish enemies here. We've got some remoras and stuff. Nothing that I really care about all that much. Let's see. These guys here are kind of a pain. They can use like a sonic wave type thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of it if I can. Hey, nice. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna mug these guys. What do they have? Dragon scales? Very nice. That was a lot of damage. I don't really prefer that. Let's go ahead and mug this guy. Get a little bit of damage in there. Okay, nice overkill there. We could level up if we wanted to, but I don't really want to, and well, this seems problematic. You may recall that the protector of Bevelle died. Well, except for she's back. All right, so one of the things is you do have this open lock and you can shut the gates on this particular enemy, but I don't see a reason to do that. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and mug her. Okay, got a couple water gems there. That's probably fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go down here and I'm gonna use 2 X potions on her. She's zombified essentially because she's undead, which means that things like, for example, healing does lots of damage. Now, if you do this, that means you won't be facing any more enemies in this area. If you choose to use the gate, then you will be facing her later after you get away the first time. But I think it's best just to take care of this right now because we're done. We get a nice level up there. That's awesome. And once we've defeated her, we're pretty much done with this area. And there's 2 items in here. The first one is right here. Can you open it? Thank you. We get a rematch, which is for Waka. I need to heal. We'll be okay. I'm not too worried about it. Which has evade encounter. Not anything that I'm looking for right now. And then if you go around the corner, you do have to take a wide turn, by the way. Which is kind of silly to me. I think this is where you face her again. I think it's right here. But it's whatever. The Avenger has counterattack. I already have one of those, actually. I may sell one? There's no point to have 2 of those. I'm pretty sure it's right here where you face her again. But it doesn't really matter because we've defeated her, so we all just float down here now. I mean, we have so many X potions and I haven't really been using them, so I think using them for a battle like that is just worth it. You might think it's cheese. It is. But you know what? If they added that in there and that's something that you can use, then why the hell not do it?
Uni!
And apparently we all
You're
came out
all
the
right?
same place.
We were so worried. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Poor Tidus. Oh no. Kenok's got his head down. Wait, is he walking? Oh no, he wasn't.
Kenok.
Why, you?
I have saved him. He was a man who craved power. And great power he had.
Did he
but
get sent
feared
too?
losing it. Trembling at unseen enemies, he spent his days scheming petty schemes. Chased by his fears, never knowing rest. You see, now he has no worries. He has been granted sleep eternal. Death is a sweet slumber. All the pain of life is gently swept away. Ah, yes.
This guy's creeping me out.
So you see, if all life were to end in Spira, all suffering would end. Don't you see? Do you not agree?
No, I don't think we do.
That, Yuna, is why I need you. Come, Lady Yuna. Come with me to Xanarkand, the lost city of the dead.
It's not really lost. We know where it is.
With death on our side, we will save Spira. And for this, I will take from you your strength, Yuna, your life, and become the next Sin. I will destroy Spira. I will save it.
Okay, so key point
You're
there that we
totally
just totally
nuts.
looked over. Get him, Kamari! I mean, he's already dead, but...
Unpleasant.
I guess he can't be killed in a
Very well.
normal way.
I will give you your death. You seem to want it so.
What is this? What is he doing? Why did you allow him to do that? Where do these guys keep pulling stabs out of? Oh, those guys were dead too? I don't know, I just thought about that, like his guards collapsed into the spirit things and spirit flies? Fireflies? What the hell is that? Seymour, I don't think...
Run! Protect Yuna!
I don't think so.
Go!
No way! I'm fighting!
I said go!
Yeah, I'm with Tidus on this one.
I won't leave Kamari behind.
He's a guardian. Protecting you is everything.
Oren,
We're about to...
That's right. We're all guardians. Yeah, and you know what that means? Yuna, anywhere you go, I'll follow.
I love Oren's like, we need to
anywhere I
leave.
go.
Yeah, anywhere.
And Tidus is just
Well
like,
then,
nah, old rules.
Let's go! Hey, Kamari! Leave some for us!
Okay.
Hey, wait for me!
Me too. I'll go too.
I love her little shuffle in her dress. I think Oren's finally realizing we're closer to our father than I think he realized. Anyway, before we go running off, I want to save. Well, we could save. It doesn't really matter. But I want to level up real quick here. It shouldn't be a big deal in this area. I'm going to ignore this part down there for now, so don't really worry about it. But I'm going to come this direction and I'm going to unlock some stuff. I don't think there's anything of interest that we're unlocking for pretty much anybody right now. Let's see, we want to head this way. Now, one of the things we could do for Waka is we can unlock this area down here, which eventually will lead us to Full Break. And also, I think this is Oron's path that we could lead him to. His normal path leads us up here to Osmos, which I think is worth going, and then eventually comes back up here and leads us up to this direction, which will eventually lead us to Triple Foul. And then eventually, I think it actually leads us back to Oron's path anyway. So I'm gonna not go onto Oron's path. I'm just gonna continue along the path for Waka there. I don't know. There's a lot of words to say. We're just moving right along. Okay, so with all that, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save here. Might as well. One of my biggest concerns is often that cutscenes will come out as green screens rather than actual cutscenes. So I want to be careful. Oh, this is gonna suck. So that guy in the back is actually a huge problem, but we want to make sure that we don't take him out right off the bat because these guys have that really nasty, like, end battle attack that kicks your allies out of there. So we want to be careful here. Oh, I actually want to switch Tidus's sword back because these guys are weak to water. That's not great. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to Oron first. I want to take out at least one of these guys. Thank you. Oh, shit. If I'd known that was gonna happen, I would have switched over to the other guy. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to Lulu now. I'm gonna go ahead and you need to use fire or water on these guys. I'm gonna use fire because it's the quickest to get to. I'm gonna switch over to Riku because she can use some steals here. Actually, let's go ahead and use Mug. I'm gonna use Mug whenever I can. Because it does a little bit of damage. So why not use it? Oh, that one's out of range, so we can't actually do that right now. Let's go ahead and just attack then. Nice. Nice crit there. Okay, that guy is gone, which allows us to move closer. These guys are in the back, which is why they're out of range. But now that we are closer, we do possibly have that, like, in the face attack. I hate this. I hate these guys. Let me switch out to Yuna. We'll be okay, I think. Well, if not, then we're gonna be healing.
Farewell.
Oh, good. Was a little concerned about that for a second. Nice level up. We'll heal. We will level up at the end. There is another save point down there, but I do want to make sure as we're going through here to use our cures in order to bring everyone back up. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and use just regular cures on everybody else. Okay. We'll probably get at least 2 more battles before we reach the other save point. Another one of these battles here. Let me switch over to Waka, I think. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that again. I really want to get rid of this guy if I can. These guys are such a pain. Alright, with those guys gone, let's go ahead and let's just take out one of these guys if we can. Must be strong against magic. Ow. Alright, let's see if we can't get rid of this guy, please. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and then switch over to, let's do Riku. I want to steal if we can. Nice remedy, nice crit, that's beautiful. Oh, well I didn't expect to do that, but that's fine. It's okay. I would have preferred to use everybody, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's go back to Yuna here. I'm gonna go ahead and use Kira on Waka, and here on Waka and Oron. And then I do want to actually head over to Tidus and switch back to the Brotherhood. This sword will take us through most of the game unless we're in an underwater area, so well worth it. Alright, last battle I think before we get to the save point. Let's go ahead and just mug the guy up front here. Nice. It's gonna hurt. Let's see if we can't take this guy out. I'm gonna switch over to Tidus now that he's got his Brotherhood. This should be very helpful. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and use a Fira on this guy in the back. You can always hit the guys in the back with Lulu and Waka, so that's kind of nice. Poor Oron, ow. Ew, oh my god. Alright. Let's get a Kira in here. At least protect him for a bit. I want to see if we can't take one out. Okay. Whew. Let's bring Waka into the fray. Oron could still probably die here if we're not careful. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and just pray. It should be fine. I'm not too worried here. Have we used everyone? Let's see. We've used Riku, right? I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and have her mug anyway. And then let's switch back to, let's just do Waka. That'll be fine. Nice, everyone leveled up, which is kind of what I was aiming for there, and now we can stop at the save point. So I do in fact want to level up before we move on here. Let's see, let's go ahead and move Oron along. I don't think there's going to be much of anything of interest that we need to make sure that we pick up other than just the general stat boosts that I think are going to be very useful here. I think one of the big things is we're not quite at the point where we're like facing super bosses or anything. But we are at the point where enemies can kind of start, well, bosses are going to start to be a problem. In fact, the next boss is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But let's go ahead and just level up here. Let's see, Tidus has got an HP increase. He's almost to Heiska. One thing to, there we go. That was weird. We could always grind that one out. I'm not going to. but it is a thing that we could do. Let's see here. We got a mana increase. What is this that we're unlocking for Yuna? Is it Kiraga? I don't think it is. Reflect. Oh, thank God we've got Reflect. So Reflect is one of those skills that if you know what you're doing with it, you can actually kind of break the game. And this is the same for most Final Fantasy games. So certainly glad we got that. I was gonna make this a little bit more difficult if we didn't have that, thinking about it. Okay, so we're all leveled up. Let me save. One thing to note here before we go running in, I'm gonna switch my formation just to have Lulu up front because we're gonna need her. I'm gonna switch Riku out and I'm gonna have Tidus run in. So let's go, let's do this. Kamari's like, what the hell is going on here? Shaking his head like, damn it. Okay, so this fight's a little bit of a pain in the ass if you choose to fight it. But let's go ahead and talk to Seymour.
It is good to see you again, Lady Yuna, but you don't seem pleased.
Seymour, stop creeping me out.
I'll only be pleased when you're gone to the far plane.
Okay, so she gets a magic defense boost. Tidus here. Oh, right, I forgot Kamari's switched out for Lulu. Well, it's fine.
So, you too seek freedom from this painful life?
Seymour!
You talk too much, Seymour.
I don't know what to do with that. So what he's gonna be doing, there's actually two parts to this. There's a little guy on his shoulder, and then there's actually him. And he's got a multi-magic attack that's kind of a pain. I'm gonna switch quickly over to Lulu here. We have one more chit-chat that we can do. And remember how we got bio? Yeah, we're gonna want to use that. And this is Seymour Natus. And the little guy to his side is the Mort body. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cast poison on Seymour because he's weak to it. One of the things to note here is if you use Aeons in this attack, he will just use Banish and then you won't have them anymore. It's just an instant kill. Okay, let's see here. Let me switch over to Oron first because we have another talk. And basically this gives them strength boost.
Although he was not the man I once knew, Keenock was still my friend, Seymour. You will pay for his death!
I think that's all the chit-chatty nonsense that we've got. Okay. So what I want to do actually is I'm going to switch very quickly over to Tidus. And Tidus is now a permanent member of this party. I'm not going to be switching him out. And I'm going to use Provoke on Seymour. Provoke is, I think it's pretty much a permanent status. And I want to do that because, well, we're going to be making him do something. Now, also what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use Reflect on Tidus. This is going to pretty much trivialize this particular battle. Now, yeah, the little Mort body thing is still going to be attacking us, but it is what it is. I'm going to switch out to Riku real quick. Let's go ahead. No, I don't want to use Mug. I think we can steal from Seymour, but I'm going to be using her and Kamari largely to heal. So since he is provoked, he is just going to be using attacks on Tidus there, which is going to be doing some damage to him. And then that poison on top of it is going to just, it's going to be great. I'm going to go ahead, let's just cheer with Tidus. There's really no point to this. I'm going to use haste on Yuna here in a minute too, but not right this second. Sure, let's go ahead and use Evrae. Yuna's going to be a permanent asset to this party as well because, well, I need somebody to be doing some healing. Let's go ahead and steal. Now, the reason why you don't want to do a physical, Tetra Elemental, nice. You don't want to do any direct attacks because it actually changes what he does. And some of his attacks can be kind of nasty. I think he's got some flares at the end. If you try and use Aeons, of course, as I said, he just banishes them. Is actually a very difficult boss to be brute forcing, so we're not going to brute force it. I'm going to show you how to cheese it And just, you know, like if you're struggling with this fight, here's how you don't struggle with it. So Yuna's gonna be healing here, and I'll use one more cheer, and then I'm just gonna have everybody guard unless I'm healing. It's gonna take a minute, but it should be fine. Now that little guy actually does other things, so we'll get there in a minute, but we're just not quite there yet. Now I'm glad that we've got Prey because it bypasses the whole reflect thing, so neener, I guess. And honestly, I feel like this is fitting for Seymour, right? Like, Seymour goes through pretty much everything through all of his life, pretty much just like taking advantage of everyone else and doing a lot of damage. And it's kind of funny to watch him get owned by his own stuff. Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions. I believe, oh, he's gonna use Protect against himself. I think we can actually, oh, do we have a Suda? Can we cancel that? I think we can. So she's gonna start using a variety of different attacks here now that he's hit, I think it's 20,000 that he changes things up a little bit. Gotta keep you on your toes, I guess. I don't think we need this cheer, but I'm gonna use it anyway. But that poison will never wear off. And that's actually one of the more annoying things about the poison in this particular game, is it just doesn't go away. And now that we've hit that point, he's gonna start using Break, which will never work. I don't know what Shattering Claw does, because I never do anything else other than this. So the fact that he's using it is kind of like, I don't know what it is. Obviously it's not doing anything, so I don't think I care. Okay, a couple more rounds here and he will, we're really, really close to the next part. Maybe I'll use one of my Aeons at the end so you guys can see what happens. Or alternatively, Yuna's got Grand Summon, so what I might do is just use Grand Summon and take him out at the end. He doesn't drop anything of interest, so. Where are you at? Okay, real close here. Let's just go ahead and guard across the board. Give it a second here. He should be switching up his attacks, which is kind of what I'm waiting for. I think it's when he hits about 10,000 hit points, he starts doing some different stuff, but we're just not quite there yet. Yeah, that break is annoying, by the way. I think that petrifies you? Yeah, make sure you've got some stone protection. Okay, and then when he gets to about 10,000, that thing will start healing him, and he starts using Flare. The great news is Flare does quite a bit of damage, along with that poison. Let's do one more round of that, actually. Oh my god, he's gonna heal twice in a row. That's kind of annoying. But it should be fine because I think it still won't be quite as much as the flare slash poison. Let's see. One more time? Maybe? And if you kill that little thing, he just brings it back. I think it drains like 1,000 hit points from him. It's really not all that worth it. I mean, it can help, but it keeps coming back, so. Okay, where are we at? All right, I think we're doing good here. So let's go ahead and grand summon. And I'm gonna grand summon. Let's do Bahamut, sure. We're gonna make absolutely sure that this guy just eats it. The grand summon brings him in overdrive, so we should be able to take it out with no problem. Goodbye. Love that overkill. Also, your hair is becoming stone, so that seems a little weird. But he vanishes, he doesn't die, which is disturbing in and of itself. We get a bunch of level 2 key spheres, beautiful.
We escaped with our skins intact, but Yuna lost something. I could already tell her faith was shaken. Yevon had betrayed her.
I don't blame her.
I felt like I should do or say something, anything. But nothing came. I was just as lost as she was. And then...
What do?
Well?
We're all clear. We will have to avoid Bevelle in the future.
Yeah, we're not going back there for a while. Forever, I don't think.
Yuna,
Said she wanted to be alone.
Do you blame her?
of course.
Okay, so we're basically free at this point. But we're gonna pause here for today because obviously, I think for good reasons, we've got a big cutscene coming that I think is gonna end up demonetizing my video, so I'm not gonna be doing it on this one. All right, but let's go ahead and level everyone up on the small bits that we have. Real quick here, this skill right here is full life. It could possibly be worth sending Riku, because then you can unlock a bunch of stuff for her over there, but I'm not gonna do that right now. We're just gonna leave that as is. Let's go ahead and upgrade Lulu. Wait, Lulu, I can't see. Yes, I can. Okay, we're gonna move this way. No, we're not. Yes, we are. This is a dead end and it leads to death. Yeah, that's fabulous. Okay, everyone's all leveled up now. We can talk to everybody here before we move on, though.
Yuna's off in the woods. Kumari's with her, but maybe you should go too.
Anything else?
I think it might help if you were there.
That's a very suggestive tone of voice.
Wonder what Uni'll do, huh? Think she'll quit her pilgrimage?
No.
That's what you want, right?
Well, if Uni really wants to keep going, then I guess I shouldn't stop her, you know? That's what I think anyway.
Anything else you have to say?
I wonder if there's a way to perform the final summoning and not die. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Interesting.
Must be tough for Yuna. We leave at daybreak. If Yuna figures out where we're going, that is.
Maybe you should talk to her. I am tired.
I think one of the interesting things there, you know, where Oren's talking about being tired is he's very much dead, and this is the second time he's been going through this, but we have definitely had a lot of other issues this time. So for him to be like, I am tired speaks at a deep level. I don't think that's just like a surface level tired. All right, next time we're gonna go find Yuna. Like I said, that it's the cutscene that most people know from this game. And because of that, it's got copywritten music over it, so that's gonna be a thing. So I will see you guys next time, even though, well, we did a few things today. We defeated Seymour again. Good job, guys.